Welcome to Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network. Join hosts Dan, Richie, and TD as they break down the latest news and storylines across the NFL, featuring game predictions, breakdowns, heated debates, live Patreon callers, and everything in between. Catch Fourth and Forever every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel. What is up, Fourth and Forever crew? Welcome on in. Happy Friday. It's your host, Richie Malora, and I'm live here for a solo dolo show. If you guys did not know, we switched things up on Friday so we can have a rotation of Fridays off. TD and Dan won't be joining me. You got me today. Next week on Friday, you got TD. And then the week after that, you'll get Dan, and then you go me again. So we're rotating on these solo Friday shows. We got a Thursday night game to recap. And if you guys watched our prediction of this game yesterday, I was the one that predicted it. I had a feeling Joe Flacco was going to do something, and oh my goodness, was he sensational last night. So was Aaron Rodgers. I mean, what a game. Arguably one of the most entertaining games of the entire season came with two 40-year-old quarterbacks going at it. All right, so make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. We're going to talk all things NFL. I would appreciate if you guys still watch. I know some people are like, there's no TD, no Dan, I'm not watching. Come on, guys, give me a chance. I think I can hold my own on a solo show here on Roundtable Sports' Fourth and Forever. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. I want to be interactive with you guys in the chat. Make sure if you're a Patreon member, you come on here and you call in. I want to hear from you guys calling into the show. So make sure you guys hit those buttons. And I appreciate you guys tuning into this episode of Fourth and Forever. I got you covered. I got you covered, baby. So let's get straight into business and not waste any more time, because what we saw last night was vintage Joe Flacco. Are you kidding me, folks? Did you see it? Hey, I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on cool Joe Flacco. He went out there and absolutely balled out. When the Bengals made this trade, I told Dan and TD, watch out. I told them. They didn't believe me. They laughed at the idea of Joe Flacco going there. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Even as a Jets fan, when Joe Flacco was on the Jets, he wasn't great, but he still showed some type of promise. You saw what he did with the Browns this season, beating the Packers, going to a team with the Cincinnati Bengals with a well-established offensive mind in Zach Taylor, with a fantastic, arguably not even up for debate at this point, the best receiver in football, Jamar Chase. You got T. Higgins. You got Chase Brown. You got a run game now. Joe Flacco went out there and slung the rock all over the field, and I honestly think the Cincinnati Bengals season is now saved, folks. I really do believe that. I think now you look at what the Cincinnati Bengals did. This was a must-win for them last night, and the fact that they were able to get the job done, they were able to do so. So shout out to Joe Flacco and the Cincinnati Bengals. I got to give credit to the Bengals defense as well. I think they made a bunch of plays that was big time. Now, Aaron Rodgers, he also deserves some credit. He looked freaking amazing too, but this is the highlight for me. Aaron Rodgers getting pissed off at his own offensive lineman that tackled him after his touchdown that he threw. Crazy. Look at this. Woohoo! Yeah, we take the lead. Let's go up. And we tackle our own quarterback. Imagine Rodgers got hurt there. Oh, my goodness. Rodgers like, get off me. Are you kidding me? Get off me, bro. What do you think you are? I thought that was the highlight of the night, if I had to say. I thought that was the highlight of the night. But, hey, I see a lot of people, especially in my Jets community, that's saying, oh, Aaron Rodgers, why did the Jets get rid of him, right? I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking at Joe Flacco. That's what the Jets also had Joe Flacco, let's not forget. That's the guy I miss. I don't know about you guys, but, hey, Flacco is the quarterback Jets fans should miss. I think he proved that last night, right? Now, all jokes aside, the Elite Unk Bowl was on full display last night. And for the people that keep saying, like, the Jets should have kept Aaron Rodgers, it's very simple, and I want to go to that narrative real quick, if you guys don't mind. I don't think you guys have realized this, but it's the Jets that's the issue. I never blame, for the people and Jets fans that blamed Aaron Rodgers for all their failures last season, they were always wrong. I never blamed Aaron Rodgers for what happened last year. It's the Jets. It's an organizational issue. Joe Flacco can't survive there. He can't survive in the Browns. It's all about the organization, man. And now you look at what Justin Fields was with the Steelers last year, 4-2 with Pittsburgh. He's 0-6 with the Jets. 0-5, technically. So it's a Jets issue. It's an organizational issue. If the Jets kept Aaron Rodgers right now, I still do not think we'd be any good because it's the Jets. So it's better the Jets ripped off the Band-Aid, did not eat all that money. That's that. I think that the Cincinnati Bengals completely just changed the dynamic now with Joe Flacco. And their next game is actually against the Jets, a Joe Flacco revenge game. So you guys let me know, what was your biggest takeaways from last night's game between the Bengals and the Steelers? Because the Steelers were on their way to run away with that division, run away with the AFC North. You got the Browns that are just absolutely trash. The Ravens are trying to stay afloat, which they're not, waiting for their quarterback to get healthy. Same thing with the Bengals, waiting for their quarterback to get healthy. They make a trade in the division for Joe Flacco. He goes out there and beats the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers. And, dude, Aaron Rodgers can still sling it, bro. He is an absolute dog. I'm still a fan of A-Rod. I know Jets fans hate on him, and they think that he ruined everything. I mean, get your emotions out of it and just be objective for once. Aaron Rodgers still got a lot of football left in him. I always believe that. Even last year he showed it. Rodgers was not the issue with the Jets, and he's proving that right now with the Pittsburgh Steelers. When you have a stable organization like Pittsburgh and you pair them up with a veteran like Aaron Rodgers, great things happen. I don't think this means that the Steelers are now going to spiral out of control either. This was a big opportunity for the Steelers to kind of claim the throne of that division, but now it's kind of up for grabs a little bit, and I think that the Bengals have some confidence that they're going to go on a run. They're going to go on a run. Zach Taylor's offense is still a thing of beauty. Yes, it is. Bengals couldn't stop the run. I didn't understand play calling. Tomlin getting fired. All right, Mike Tomlin's getting fired, folks. No, he's not. Listen, the run game, everything was freaking fantastic. Everything was great. Everything was great for them in last night's game. So what's your guys' biggest takeaways? Don't forget to hit the like button on your way into the show, folks. I'd really, really appreciate that. We got a full slate of previewing Week 7 across the NFL. I would appreciate if you guys can simply hit the like button as I'm doing the Solo Dolo show here on 4th and Forever. And as you guys know, 4th and Forever is sponsored by Sleeper. Sleeper picks, baby. Get your 100% match up to $100, up to $100 by using our code RTS. You also get a $20 free when you sign up today, folks. Please consider going on to Sleeper. I've been absolutely killing it over there. They got a 50% boost that you guys can use on Sleeper as well. If you download the app, you got a lot of fun bets that you can make for Sunday's games. So make sure you guys go check out Sleeper. They got amazing parlays. You can win up to 100x your money. Go check it out on Sleeper. I'm definitely going to make some picks throughout this weekend for both baseball and football. And then we got basketball season next week. Woo! Sleeper picks, baby. Shout out to them for sponsoring Roundtable Sports all season long, baby. All right, let's get into the chat. What do you guys got? What do you guys got? All right. You should have creators from the other divisions on when there aren't other members. It would be good to get other teams' perspective on the flagship show. This is a great, great point. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that. And I think that, should I try to open it up to some creators right now? Just last minute be like, hey, any creators want to pop into 4th and Forever right now? I can do that. I can set it into our massive group chat. Why not? I mean, why not? It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. You never know. What if somebody actually says, yeah, Richie, I'm free. Yeah, Richie, I am free. Why not? I'm going to do it right now. Hey, I am live on 4th and Forever. If anyone is free and wants to quickly stop in to preview your week's game for a few minutes, would love to have you pop on. I love it. All right, let's see if anybody takes the bait and comes on in. You never know. You never know who is interested. We'll see. We'll see if anybody is free and down. Shout out to everybody tuning into the show. Let's go. I hit the like button for you. I enjoy your guys' content. Go Pats. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. You are doing amazing, man. So is everyone else. I love it. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Best duo, Chase and Higgins, top notch. Facts. They're easily the best duo. Richie, keep doing what you're doing, brother. I appreciate that, my man. Much love to you. Hit the like button, chat. Come on, Parks. Yell louder. They need to do it. What Parks says goes. I can't wait for Nick's season to begin. Oh, me too, man. Go check out Nick's Media. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. You feel me? Shameless plug. But we got a lot of games we got to preview here. We got a lot of games we got to preview today. All right. Smarty Jams, Garrett Wilson, 700-yard season in progress, says Smarty Jams. Yeah, no. He's injured right now, which is not going to help. We have a very openly, weirdly Garrett Wilson hater in the house, Smarty Jams. I don't know why he's such an openly hater against Garrett Wilson. He's like one of the most genuine, good people in the world. But hey, go after Garrett Wilson. I will guarantee you, as long as he can get back on the field next week, he's going to get more. He's still going to get that 1,000 yards. He's on pace to maybe miss a game or two. And that's that. And he's still having a productive season, by the way. Before last week, he was top 7 in the league in receiving yards. So why are we pretending that Garrett Wilson's not having a good game season? Why are we pretending that? Why are we pretending? Why are we pretending? Garrett Wilson is a dog. One of the only bright spots of this entire Jets football team, if we're being honest with ourselves. All right? So, yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some previews. Let's get into some of these games coming up because we got good ones. We got good games lined up for this week of action on week number 7 across the NFL. All right, let's start off with the Miami Dolphins going to the Cleveland Browns for a 1-5 matchup. A 1-5 matchup. Well, this is perfect because we have Smarty Jams saying Waddle over Wilson as we start off with the Miami Dolphins. This is pure nonsense. Waddle over Wilson. That's just not true. It's just simply not. Waddle's about to get traded, by the way. So if you are a Dolphins fan, start saying your goodbyes to Jalen Waddle while he is on his way out of the building of the Miami Dolphins. I think that he has a chance to go to the Giants. I really, really do. And Garrett Wilson is the better wide receiver over Jalen Waddle. And that's just the facts. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Richie, what do y'all want for Breece Hall, Quinn Williams? We ain't giving nobody. Parks, get out of here. Parks, don't you dare. Don't you dare touch our guys. Don't you dare touch our guys. All right? Don't you dare touch our guys. But getting back into this game, what even is there to watch? Maybe there's a Shedeur Sanders appearance. This has to be one of the most uninspiring games of the entire weekend. 2 1-5 teams. I mean, the weird thing about the Dolphins is they actually didn't play a bad game last week. They went out there and played decent ball. They played the Chargers tough. They took the lead just for the Chargers to win it in the end. I think Miami going on the road, it's going to be tough because what makes the Browns a tough team is their defense, but Dylan Gabriel is just not a good quarterback. He's just not. And I think that their run game, and they got 2 solid tight ends. They got a good wide receiver in Cleveland. But, hey, I don't really trust the Miami Dolphins at all this year. I'm going to take the Browns to win this football game. And I think that this could be the week where Mike McDaniel gets fired. If you're a Dolphins fan, you should probably hope that happens because I think that is a realistic situation that's going on. This is going to be a very low-scoring game. Whatever the over-under is on this one, give me the under for sure. Give me the under for sure on this one. Let me know in the chat, who do you guys winning this game, Browns or Dolphins? Let your presence be known in the chat where you stand on this game, okay? Moving right along to the next game of the week. Let's stay in the division of the AFC East. We got the New England Patriots taking on the Tennessee Titans. Mike Vrabel returning back to the team that gave him an opportunity in the first place with the Titans. This could be a trap game. Last week, there was a potential trap game with the New England Patriots, but they still came out on top. I have the Patriots winning this game. I think that they are a team that is catching their stride in the middle part of the season. Mike Vrabel is putting on a coaching clinic over there, fundamentals, getting the most out of players that are not really big names like Pop Douglas and all those guys. And, Drake May, he's definitely establishing himself as a rising quarterback. Like, you look around the NFL at all the established quarterbacks in the league, and then you look around as the upcoming rising quarterbacks. Drake May is among those rising quarterbacks, and I'm not going to be blinded to it. You have Jaden Daniels last year as a rookie, came out of just the rookie world and just lit it up. And I think that you put Drake May's name in the same breath as guys like Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams in the same class, even Michael Penix. Like, last year's class, low-key very loaded. Low-key very good, man. Not going to lie. I'm not sold on J.J. McCarthy yet, but I think last year's class of Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, that's a pretty good draft class of quarterbacks. And then you got a quarterback in Cam Ward, who is really trying to find his footing, find any level of confidence in this league. The Titans decided to fire him. The Titans decided to fire their head coach. And I think that's going to be a tough slate for our rookie, not our, but you know what I mean, the first overall pick of the Tennessee Titans, Mr. Cam Ward himself. I got the Patriots going on the road and winning this game. I think it could be ugly, but I think they're still going to win the game. May, 4 touchdowns. Diggs, 1 touchdown. Pats win 37-20. Wow. Justin is confident, right? Are all Patriots fans walking into this game with all the confidence in the world? Is that what you're doing? Walking into this game with all the confidence in the world? Justin, thank you for the $2 super chat. We appreciate that, man. We really, really do appreciate that. Oh, Bo Nix. How can I forget that Bo Nix was part of that class last year as well? Yeah, Bo Nix is another quarterback. Bo Nix is another quarterback. Now, he was arguably not the best, but the second best quarterback out of that class as a rookie last year. This year, he's off to a slow start. The defense is so ferocious. I mean, the Jets played Bo Nix really well on Sunday. It's the first time the Jets defense actually did anything. But yeah, Bo Nix is another quarterback in that class that you cannot forget. So give me the New England Patriots to win this football game. And speaking of Bo Nix, let's get into this game because I think this is going to be a really good one. There's a lot of hype around these New York football Giants. A lot of hype around these Giants. And the Broncos barely escaped London with a win. Almost lost to the Jets. Did not because of a lot of reasons that we won't go into. But I think that the New York Giants, they're aggressive, apparently, to go trade for a wide receiver. The question is, will it happen? Will they get a wide receiver in the building? Like Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave, Jacoby Myers, I've heard. But there's a lot of drama around this game. I don't know if you guys saw the drama with Nick Benito. He went out there and made a tweet saying that Giants fans are delusional or something along those lines, and he deleted it. And now that's created an outrage across the Giants community. So there is a lot of animosity, a lot of fire and desire headed into this matchup. Bro, I'll tell you this, dude. If Jackson Dart goes into Denver and he plays a good football game and wins, we're going to have a real conversation. We really are. And it stinks that my boy Jackson Dart is on a crosstown rival with the Giants. Not a fan of it. You guys know I was high on Jackson Dart all throughout I was high on Jackson Dart before anybody did. Everybody all of a sudden hopped on the bandwagon like a month before the draft. I'm like, bro, I was up here in December and January talking about it, and we had people telling me like, oh, we should know there's Zach Wilson and all this stuff. He's not even a first-round pick. He's going to go day 3. And I'm like, nah, bro, there's something different about Jackson Dart, I'm telling you. And he is coming into this Giants organization, bro, and completely changed everything. Like, everything about that team, even without Malik Neighbors, bro. Their number one wide receiver, superstar wide receiver, done for the year. And this guy, Jackson Dart, he's not lighting it up. He's playing winning football because he's got this moxie to him, and I think it's elevated a lot of players around him, not just on their offense, but on defense, on special teams. It's changed the overall camaraderie of the organization. And that's what a good quarterback does. When you insert a new quarterback that brings that energy, brings that moxie, it should elevate the guys. It should level up the defense. It should level up the offense, level up special teams and the coaching staff. And that's what we're seeing. But they can get easily grounded back down to earth against the Broncos. The Giants' schedule is freaking insanely difficult these next few weeks. Insanely difficult. I don't know. Dude, I got the Broncos winning this game because Denver's defense is that good. But I'll tell you this, dude. If the Giants go into Denver and they beat Denver and they get to 3-4, oh my goodness, that would be wild. Because I don't know if their play style is sustainable. Because Sean Payton is a great offensive-minded coach. Another thing about the Giants that's underrated is their defense. That's not a lot of people talk about. Their defense was a big reason why they beat the Philadelphia Eagles last week. And they're coming off a big win, the Giants. They got a long rest. The Broncos are coming on a short, it's not a short week for the Broncos, but they're coming back from London. So I could see this being an upset. I could see the Giants winning, but I'm not going to pick them. I'm not going to go that far and pick them. So we'll see how that game plays out. It's going to be an entertaining one, I'll tell you that much. But let's get into this London matchup. Speaking of London, we got the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. I think this is a really interesting game. I'm excited. I'm excited right now. Because waking up on Sunday morning to this game is going to be a good one. 2-4-2 teams, the LA Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Not a lot of people are bought in to what the Jaguars are doing still. And it makes you wonder, what more do they have to do? What more do the Jaguars have to do before people really start buying in? I think what they have to do is simply win. Keep winning. They beat the Chiefs 2 weeks ago on prime time, and then they're coming off a loss. So if the Jaguars beat the Rams and they improve to 5-2, that's going to absolutely make people trust the Jaguars. I got to give a lot of credit to Liam Cohen. I think that his culture that he's building is really good. I really like his coaching style. Trevor Lawrence is a quarterback that's never going to be great, but I personally believe that Trevor Lawrence is a quarterback you can win with. You can win with Trevor Lawrence, bro. You can absolutely win with him. He's not a scrub, and I think the narrative around Trevor Lawrence is a little wrong. I think the NFL community is a little too harsh on him. Yes, first overall pick, you expect greatness, but I don't look at Trevor Lawrence as a bona fide scrub. He can make big-time throws, and he can level his game up in the clutch, which I always have respect for. If you're a quarterback that levels up your game in the clutch, I got massive respect for you. Massive. Puka Nacua not going to be playing in this one, but they got Devontae Adams. They got Kyron Williams. They got, I believe, Tyler Higbee still there as a tight end. I want to pick the Jags. I picked the Rams yesterday, but there's something telling me to pick the Jaguars. There's something telling me there's something different about these Jaguars. Who do you guys got winning this game? Let me know in the chat right now. Let me know. Let me know in the chat who you got winning this one. Jacksonville or LA across the pond in London. Would love to hear where you guys stand on that. Please don't forget to smash the like button. As you're tuning in to Fourth and Forever, this is the Richie Solo edition. The Richie Solo edition of Roundtable Sports' Fourth and Forever. Live all week long at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of exciting things. So we have Rams, Jags, pretty split from you guys down the middle. I see. All right. Well, only time will tell. Now, this game, not really a lot to preview here, but it's an AFC West matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm a big fan of this game. I think don't sleep on Pete Carroll to get these Raiders ready to go, but hey, bro, you talk about the Chiefs finding their stride. Patrick Mahomes is back in MVP conversations, and I think that a guy like Pat Mahomes, let's also not forget the narrative heading into this game. Rashee Rice is returning. Rashee Rice is back. And they stayed afloat 3-3 without him. I think that now that he's back off suspension, Hollywood Brown coming off a big game from them. Xavier Worthy's getting healthier and healthier. Travis Kelce's finding his rhythm now. Like, dude, the Chiefs, like, people keep wanting to throw the Chiefs to the curb because they want them to be just done with already. They want there to be a new team. But I'm telling you right now, you know, people call me whatever you want, a Chiefs glazer, a Mahomes glazer. You know what that tells me? That you're insecure about a team that is great. That's all I'm doing, is giving respect where respect is due. If you get pissed off about what I say about the Chiefs and Mahomes, I'm sorry, I'm not in the majority. I respect greatness. This is an organization that has been to 3 straight Super Bowls, won 2 of the 3, been to how many straight AFC Championship games, and you want to just discredit everything they do just by blaming the refs? Wake up, folks. Wake up. It's a little bit deeper than that. The Chiefs are not going anywhere. The Chiefs, in my opinion, are still the team to beat in the AFC. We're only in week 7. They're 3-3 right now. They're not even in the playoffs. If the playoffs started today, they're not even in the playoffs. But, dude, the Chiefs look better than the Bills this year. The Chiefs have a worse record, though. You look at the opponents that the Chiefs had to face off against this year, they've had a rough schedule this season. That's no excuse for them to be 3-3. But let me just rattle off the list of teams that the Chiefs had to face off against this season. Okay? Opened up against the Chargers, winning team. Week 2, Eagles. Week 3, Giants. That was an easy win for them. The Ravens, the Jaguars, and the Lions. Like, those are all really good football teams. Chargers, playoff team. Eagles, Super Bowl champion. Ravens, playoff team. And that was, by the way, still with Lamar Jackson. Jaguars, winning football team right now. Lions. And then you go, like, and now they got the Raiders, Commanders, and then that Chiefs-Bills game on November 2nd is going to be big. So give me the Chiefs to win this one. They're finding their stride. Like, their tough schedule was early on, and then it eases up, dude. The Chiefs' schedule, like, Raiders this week, win. Chiefs, Commanders, Monday night next week. That's going to be a really good game. Chiefs-Bills, of course, a great game. Broncos always play them tough. Chiefs-Colts, wow. Yeah, so it's going to be, their schedule is not easy still, honestly. They still got good opponents on their schedule. Honestly, the only bad team that they have on their schedule for the rest of the season are the Raiders twice. Everybody else is a good football team. Everybody else. Look at the Chiefs' schedule. I was about to say, yeah, their schedule's about to get easier. It's not getting any easier. Look at this. Besides the Raiders twice, every other team is a good football team. Commanders, good team. Bills, good team. Broncos, good team. Colts, now a good team. Cowboys, I'm going to say they're a good team. Texans, I'm still going to give them good team. Chargers, good team. Titans, that's their only easy win, I would say, on the schedule. Broncos and the Raiders again. So they got 3 games on their schedule that you can say are easy wins. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Very interesting. All right, moving right along, we have the game of the week. Whew, this game is going to be really, really entertaining, man. I'm excited to preview this game because there's a lot of people excited for it. The Jets and the Panthers. Haha, got you there. Now, I got to show you guys something from this game because it has something to do with our network, our beautiful network here at Roundtable Sports, because the NFC South Roundtable had the audacity to just rip into my New York Jets when they were previewing this game. I don't understand why they had to do that to your boy, but listen to what the NFC South Roundtable had to say while they were previewing this matchup between the Jets and the Panthers.
It seems like there's a lot of dysfunction going on in that organization, unfortunately. Everybody thought this would be the year, the Jets can move the needle, but obviously it's still nowhere to be found, or it's not moving at all.
Keyshawn Johnson said it best. Like, you can't be the rah-rah type guy. I mean, when you got grown men who got baby car seats in the back, right? I mean, you got to treat these guys like professionals. I mean, you see Garrett Wilson upset on the sidelines, yelling at his own coach. So to me, I just think that the bottom is indeed going to fall out. I think that this might be the game where two middle fingers in the air to Aaron Glenn from his teams.
The Jets, by the way, they're always crumbling at the seams. So the fact that they're crumbling even more is pretty crazy. But that team has not won a single game so far this season. They are losing games. Aaron Glenn at this point is just not even trying to win, right? Like they're just trying to say, let's not allow this to be a bigger blowout than it needs. This guy's smiling on the sidelines and doing his little strut dances while they're getting blown out. So it feels like another win for you guys, Clay. But what do you think?
Shouts out to Richie.
Shout out to Richie, man. He's crashing out.
Yo, that was evil.
At least they gave me a shout out at the end of that, which was wild. I do got to correct my boy Colby, because Aaron Glenn is not dancing on the sidelines during blowouts. That's just a false narrative that he's trying to push. Not a big deal. The Jets are trash, so I can't really have a big pushback on Colby there. But the only time we saw Aaron Glenn clapping and dancing was when they got a lead over the Bucs when they came back from 3 scores. So can we take it easy with that narrative that Aaron Glenn is smiling and dancing on the sidelines when we're losing games? It's just not true, okay? So let me just clear that up. But, hey, it is what it is. This game between the Jets and the Panthers, and much respect to the NFC South Roundtable, they're absolutely killing it over there on their channel. Love what they're doing. Love the camaraderie. Love the chemistry. Colby holds it down as the host. Absolute beast. And you got all 4 of those guys just killing it, killing the game. But am I crazy to think that the Jets could win this football game? I know people are laughing at me. Richie, you're so delusional. But, dude, the Jets were so close to beating the Broncos, and I think the Broncos are a better football team than the Panthers. I really think that this defense is what's going to be the difference in this football game. The addition to Jermaine Johnson to this defense and Jarvis Brownlee Jr. and the collective unit of them trying, and like people are saying that the Jets players are checked out on Aaron Glenn. I would disagree, bro. They're trying their best, dude. You heard Quinn Williams this week say that they want to get Aaron Glenn his first win. And, dude, listen, I know there's some people be like, Richie, the Jets are better off tanking. Absolutely not, dude. There is nothing that a win would do. A win would do so much for this team. A win right here in this week, it's not going to give the Jets a chance for the playoffs. Absolutely not. But what a win would do is quiet so much of the noise, because it's Aaron Glenn is digging himself into a hole that's going to be really, really difficult for him to ever come out of. Ever. And, like, that's where, when you're in the New York media and you are part of this Jets organization as the head coach, you can't go 0-7. It's just not you're not going to survive long. And I think that this is a big week for him. Bryce Young, Tet McMillan, Chuba Hubbard is healthy now in this game. It's not going to be an easy game for the Jets, especially that Garrett Wilson will not be participating in this football game. But the Jets don't really have much. I mean, my biggest issue with Justin Fields, bro, he just got to let it rip, and he never will. Like, I can't expect him to do it. Justin Fields is not the long-term quarterback. He's just not, When we signed him, I was like, okay, he's a bridge. Maybe there's an opportunity that he can do something, but Fields just got to let it rip, dude. I don't know why he's so afraid. Like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen, Justin? You throw an interception? You don't have an interception yet this season. You're due for one. Throw an interception. That's all I ask. That may sound weird, but no. That means he's trying. That means he's attempting to throw the football down the field, and he's not doing that, bro. So, very frustrating to see this offense just completely fall off the face of the earth. The only way the Jets get the win is if the run game is absolutely dynamic. Fields makes plays with his legs, because I cannot trust his arm at all. If Breece Hall has a big game and this defense can get to Bryce Young, force some turnovers, and the Jets win on special teams, which is what they did last week against the Broncos. So, really interesting. I am predicting the Jets to get their first win of the season. I really genuinely believe that they have a chance to get their first win of the season and quiet a lot of the noise. I think that it's going to be a tough game, but we've seen crazy things happen in the NFL, bro. We absolutely have. And, you can laugh at me all you want. I don't really care. I don't really care. That's how I look at it. All right, let's move right along to another game of the week. This one is a really good one. This one is a really good game. I love this matchup. An AFC conference. 2 playoff teams leading their divisions, the Chargers and the Colts. If the Colts win this game, bro, I will give them all the credit in the world. That's 6-1. The Chargers, I'm not bought in. Their injuries have caught up to them. I'm not bought into the Chargers. Yes, they're 4-2, but they're not convincing anybody. Like, I think the Indianapolis Colts, and people are still not giving Daniel Jones his love, bro. What does Daniel Jones and that team need to do more? Jonathan Taylor is a force, and their offensive line, their weapons, the Colts are a real football team, man. They're a real football team. Give me the Indianapolis Colts on the road in SoFi Stadium. And if they win, bro, we're going to have a real conversation. Because the AFC is going to be run through the Indianapolis. And I'm not sold on the Chargers. They should have lost to the Dolphins, bro. They should be 3-3. The Colts, though, they have been so impressive this year. So impressive. Not just their offense, but their defense, their coaching staff. They look like a complete football team. And I think that's the biggest thing about the Indianapolis Colts. It's not just Daniel Jones. It's not just Jonathan Taylor. They're a complete football team. All three phases of the ball have been playing really good. And with that, I'm going to roll with the Chargers. Okay? New Orleans versus the Bears. The Bears better win this game, bro. Because the Saints, I could see get that weird, surprising win. They've been playing really good football as a 1-5 football team, but I'm still going to roll with the Bears here. I think they got a new level of confidence. Their record's 3-2, even though the graphic says otherwise. Apologies for that mistake. But I think that Caleb Williams with Ben Johnson, DeAndre Swift becoming a real weapon out of the backfield, their defense stepping up in the clutch, their win against Washington on Monday night, the way that they did it, very impressive. I really am high on the Chicago Bears. I expect them to go and win this football game. And when it comes to this game, Green Bay versus Arizona, the Packers are still, like, they're coming off a bye, so I feel like everyone's forgetting about Green Bay. But they're still one of the teams to beat in the NFC. They tied with the Packers. They have one loss against the Browns, which was a fluke. I really do like the Green Bay Packers this year. I think they are very well coached. I think that their quarterback is fantastic at Jordan Love. Josh Jacobs, Matthew Golden coming along nicely, and their defense is just absolutely ridiculous with, of course, Micah Parsons. Of course, no one's really buying into any hype of the Arizona Cardinals anymore. So give me the Packers. I'm still pissed off. I'm not going to lie. I'm still very salty about the Arizona Cardinals because I picked them. I picked them in my survival pool. So with that, I still am pissed off about that. And I know some people are like, come on, Richie. Why are you still holding on to them? I don't know, bro. I can't. I can't. I'm still pissed off at myself. I really, really am. Folks, if you guys did not know, we also have another proud sponsor of this channel, and that just so happens to be RotoWire. RotoWire is where you can use their site by getting a 15% off discount code RTS by really leveraging RotoWire for your sleeper picks. All right, so you guys obviously all have a sleeper account, I'm assuming. So if you want to really try to make your picks and make some money, they give you all the analytics you can possibly have. You can add your picks here. You can really look at all the data. They give you everything you possibly need to know for your pick'ems. Make sure you guys go check out RotoWire, the ultimate fantasy football tool. You can sync your sleeper account with it, and it's a really cool integration that they use here. So make sure you guys go check them out. They got a lot of fun things, and if you're still, operating your fantasy football league, don't be shy to integrate them as well, because I have been using RotoWire for my fantasy football league, and your boy is in first place. Your boy is in first place in the AFC East Roundtable League, by the way. Let me show you guys the squad. Here we go. Your boy is in first place. The Jets Media Richie is 5-1. Your boy is 5-1 in his league with the Roundtable crew. My team is Justin Fields, Bijan Robinson. I picked up Rashad White. Rashee Rice. I drafted him. I'm excited to have him slotted into my lineup. Should I start Sam Darnold over Justin Fields? Or is Justin Fields going to have one of those big-time fantasy football games? Because as bad as Justin Fields is, he's still a solid fantasy football quarterback, unless when he has a stinker. I mean, he has a game with 29 points, 27, 25. That's really good. And then he puts up a stinker. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. And then Sam Darnold, he's been playing well this year, but from a fantasy football perspective, he doesn't have the rushing upside. I mean, he's been pretty consistent. 20 points, 28 points, 16, 16, 17. So Sam's been very consistent. So do I go with the upside of Justin Fields with boom or bust, or do I go with the stable Sam Darnold consistency as my quarterback this week? Whew. And there's no Garrett Wilson. So, tough. I also have Garrett Wilson, who's injured. We'll see. We'll see. And in my other league in college, bro, I don't know how my team... I'm just going to show you guys my team real quick. I don't know how I'm 1-5, bro. I have such a deep team. I'm not even going to go into that. I'm not even going to go into that, bro. Not going to lie to you guys. I'm not even going to go into it because that pisses me off that I'm 1-5 in that league because my team is stacked. I don't understand it. But, yeah, man. So, a lot of fun things happening throughout the weekend, folks. It's going to wrap up this show. Wrap up this episode of the AFC East. I'm kidding. The fourth and forever episode here at Roundtable Sports. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. I really, really do appreciate you guys tuning in to this episode of Fourth and Forever. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out of the show. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the consistent support you guys show on the channel. Much love. Much love for everybody that's supporting me on this Richie Solo Day. The Richie Solo Day. Next week, you'll have TD doing a solo show, and then after that, you'll have Dan Mitchell. So that's the rotation on Fridays, and then all three of us together on Monday through Thursday. So that's going to wrap up this episode of Fourth and Forever. I appreciate you guys, as always, tuning in. My name's Richie. I'm out of here. I love you guys so much. Enjoy your weekend.